Hello my lovely people, welcome to God's Lost You channel, the home of news. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across this platform, you are highly welcome. Here we react to all forms of videos, local, international, especially what is happening in Nigeria. If you like what you are watching, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. Here, we do not preach hate speech, misleading information, or violence. We are only here to inform, educate, sanitize the members of the public. And we also use this opportunity to appreciate YouTube for this wonderful platform that we are using. Okay, my people, let's go straight to this video. After watching, it is very, very important for you to drop your opinion, your idea in the comment section so that people will, through your own idea, form their own opinion. Until I see you again in my next video, I am here. We are watching this together. Thank you, and I give credit to my
2027, I am not returning to Villa. I will campaign with Remi Tinubu, that is Patient Jonathan, the husband of former President Jonathan, has come out to say that we are not returning to the Villa. We are not returning to Aso Rock. We will campaign for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is according to the Punch. Former First Lady Dame Patient Jonathan has ruled out any return to Aso Rock, declaring instead that she will campaign alongside the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, ahead of the 2027 general elections. The ex-First Lady, known for her candid views, threw her weight behind the principle of rotational leadership, describing the turn-by-turn model as essential for national unity. Okay, Jonathan disclosed this while acknowledging the president's daughter. The president's daughter went to visit the wife of former President Jonathan. And all these things is coming from her mouth. You should understand what may have transpired. So, former First Lady is saying that she will campaign with Remi Tinubu for Tinubu come 2027. I have said this and I will continue to say it. That Tinubu will make sure he does everything that he can to return as president. That is one of the most important things on his list now, to return as president. Jonathan has been closed in. Almost all South cabals and powerful people have been closed in to supporting Tinubu. If Jonathan's wife would be supporting Tinubu, would be saying that she will campaign with Remi Tinubu for Tinubu, that means Jonathan is locked in. We remember that women are stronger. A woman is strong. Sometimes some women control their men. But when you look at Jonathan and Patience Jonathan, you understand that Patience Jonathan may have a very, very strong influence on Jonathan. So for the opposition, for the coalition, for the permutation, that means Jonathan is out of the race, according to this Punch report. We should not speculate that Jonathan may run as a coalition against Tinubu. The wife have come out to clear everybody and say that we are running turn by turn presidency. Let Tinubu, I will campaign for Tinubu. I have said this. 36 governors of the Federation, top politicians of the Federation, unlike when we had democracy, Obasanjo, Yaradua, Jonathan, although during Obasanjo time, PDP muzzled other political parties. Yes, we have never seen this kind of democracy in our life before. I have never seen this kind of democracy. This can never be democracy, whereby everybody is aligning. Almost everybody is not coming out to say what they want to say. Hey, now looking at all this pressure, I'm happy because of one thing, and that thing is because Southern Nigeria has found its feet. It is not about Tinubu. If Tinubu let him sell the whole Nigeria, that will not concern me. We know that some of these people, they will be only relevant in their own time. Look at Abiola and the likes. They don't go carry Nigeria go heaven now. These guys are old. Very soon they will go and meet God. If they let them sell Nigeria and put the change for pocket. One thing I know is that Southern Nigeria will not be disrespected by the North anymore. Born to rule for where? It will even get to a point whereby, this is what I believe Southern presidents should start emulating at this point in time. Show strength, don't show sign of weakness. You don't need to be nice. You need to be kind and demand respect. You don't need to be nice. Like what the Northerners are doing, I think is as a result of the pressure from Tinubu kind of politics. I am not envying his kind of politics. His kind of politics is for when two elephants fight. So I'm happy that the two elephants are fighting. At the end of the day, we are hoping that the result of their fight will bring restructuring. Like Northerners now, they are kicking against all these rehabilitating of terrorists and enlisting them into the army. Their eyes are open now. Yes. Governors meeting, they are telling the army, please, these your strategies are not working. Re-strategize. It doesn't help us. The insecurity is getting, look at, I will keep on repeating this thing, 1 trillion naira worth of ammunition. That senator representing Plateau State, he made this mention. Leaving such, some people will tell you that it is handover. You handed over military equipment belonging to non-state actors. Trillions of naira. This is not the first time, this is not the second time, this is not the third time. It's happening. So that it has dawned on everybody that I told you, if the North does not take care of its insecurity, the Tinubu that I know, some of you watching me, you are from the Southwest, you are Yoruba, you think you know a Tinubu. No, you don't know a Tinubu. As a young person, I attended Opepe Grammar School. I attended St. Peter's Nursery and Primary School. That is in Alausa. Opepe Grammar School is along Allen. I was, as a person, my leg need to stay one place. I'm always moving on the move. Linking this, linking that. I'm somebody that is, I take note of things, of details, of some things. So you don't know who the Tinubu is. People don't know. I've said it before that me, as a person, personally, my opinion, Tinubu is not a Yoruba person. I don't know. Maybe that's why we can't trace his lineage and whatsoever. The people that have that information, they know where the information will lead them to. Tinubu, for me, he does not behave like a typical Yoruba person. Because I know when you see a typical Yoruba person, look at Awolowo, look at Akintola, look at this a typical Yoruba person. So the kind of politics Tinubu is playing is for themselves. So he's snatching it from northern Nigeria, from the cabals. I told you before, the cabals are old. The cabals are their senior brother. The cabals go die before them Tinubu. So the cabals are old and well stricken in age. We are expecting that any point in time they are going to meet their creator. So a successor, northern cabal successors are in the persons of El-Rufai, Buhari. Buhari himself don't old. 10, 15 years, let's see what happens. Atiku, these guys are old. 10, 15 years, let's see what happens. So the north is weak. Southern Nigeria is taking over. I did this broadcast before. I said, I'm not saying that Northerners, when you look at JAM scores, Northerners are doing well. They are always very intelligent, smart people in every tribe. In every tribe, they are always exceptional people. Don't think that your tribe is this or they are always exceptional people. The good, bad, and ugly in every tribe, the way God made it. But Southerners, when you come to the average, when they say average Southerner, you look at the equilibrium across board. Look at the performances. Look at how they are built companies, how they are built societies, how they are built businesses and tech hubs. You tell you a lot about Southerners. You don't compare a Southerner with a Northerner. You don't compare. Someone will say, why are you talking like this now? When the North were doing were saying all the things we were saying, bullying this one, saying this left, right, and center, the Southerners were even, most of them were intimidated. They were afraid that the North will remember. Man, ramping up all South. It is Southeast that is the issue. If you look at Tinubu, you know that Tinubu is a real guy, man. Look at Tinubu well. You know that this guy is a guy, man. The way he went to the Southeast, like a nice person. That is title server, don't forget. Collected one of the highest titles in Woodland. He humbled himself. Was so friendly and everything. You know, he went. He's trying to win the hearts of some persons. But my brother, let's not even go there. But this is big news. If Jonathan is not going to join the coalition against Tinubu, that talks a lot. I've said it before, it's officially the people against the politicians. These 2027 elections is officially the people against the politicians. But let's see the relevance, the popularity of these Northerners, especially the Fulani North. See, my own focus on that Fulani North. I've seen that the Fulani doesn't want Nigeria to progress. I'm telling you. They only want Nigeria to progress on their own terms. That they are dominating. That's when they want Nigeria to. If they are not dominating, if they are not in power, Nigeria should not progress. That is one thing I hate about this Fulanization mentality. So, note them. Let me talk to our Nigerians. Nigerians, now note these people that are aligning with politicians. Note them. Note them. I don't care whether it is, maybe I love what Tinubu is doing to teach the Northerners a lesson. But just look at these politicians that are siding with the current structure, the criminal structure. Know that these people are not your saviors when it comes to good governance. No. Somebody like Okowa, somebody like Ibori, all these old politicians that have been in power since 1999, even beyond, that have been in the corridors of power since 1999 and beyond, they have nothing to offer you. That one is clear. So Jonathan, if Jonathan is aligning with the Tinubu, saying he's going to campaign for Tinubu, that means Jonathan has nothing to offer anybody. Anybody that is standing against the people. Standing against the people. And what the people want is that a Southerner will become president, whether it's Tinubu or not. Someone will say, this guy, you're confusing me. My brother, there are two things. There's good governance, and also there's a politics of winning elections. I'm saying that the kind of politics of winning elections we are running today does not favor an average Nigerian. It most at times favor the elite. That's what I'm saying. So if I've said this before, that going to your farm, there's no one way to the farmland. There are different ways. We know that this way would help if these people are focused. If they are really, you don't trust politicians. They can manipulate, they can deceive you, they can say a lot of things that they will do, and at the end of the day, they will not do it. So if they can play this, their whatever politics of uniting southern structures, whatever, let the Fulani, the influence of the North, decrease in Nigeria. Let the cabals be handicapped in Nigeria. Then we cannot talk as Southerners how we can run our own society, because it is the South that feed Nigeria. It is the South that feed the whole country. Whether we have IGR, whether we have revenues, it is basically from Southern Nigeria. And if you are going towards North, it is the Middle Belt that run all these packages. Most of the packages, most of the impact the North has on Nigeria, it is the Middle Belt. So a deadly blow to the Fulani and Northern leaders that don't want better for their people first. You see what Jonathan did. Upon all the things that Jonathan did for Northern Nigeria, they still pour spit on his face. They pour spit for their face. Carry the camera, come. They pour spit for Jonathan's face with all he did against Almajiri. This same set of politicians, they need to be taught a lesson. That is just point blank. If you are I know most Northerners are watching what I'm saying, and they'll be saying, this guy is crazy. What's his own? Look at how he's talking, as if he knows anything. My brother, it is clear for your eye. Census is coming. NIN, we had Kano State record even more than 20 states. Now there's something almost 1 million NIN because of census, Abi. Census is coming, and we are going to know the real number of people living in northern Nigeria. We will know the strength. It is time that we need to delineate local government, reduce local government. Because you use this local government to siphon money, and you don't use the money for the betterment of your people. Northerners are intelligent people. I've seen some scientific innovators from northern Nigeria. I've seen some prospects from northern Nigeria. But the system these politicians have introduced in northern Nigeria will only make it's in other regions. But it's the monarchical system whereby the religious leader is used against the people through Sharia. Sharia know they catch, they catch politician Buhari, they catch El-Rufai and El-Rufai Peking. All these elites, they catch them. Now only the poor masses, they use them, bully them for votes, put fear in their hearts. Sai Buhari, Muslims indicate, we are this, we are that, we are against that. At the end of the day, with all the monies they are collecting from local government and everything, allocations, there's nothing to write home about. That's one reason I'm looking for a southern president that will teach this guy. See, tax bill, I'm not even happy with the tax bill that's been passed, because there's no difference between the former and the one that they refurbished. If it was the one that we were arguing the other time and they passed that tax bill, these states have been eating, and it is not reflecting in the lifestyle of the people. Let those people that are willing to work and use it for the development of their state or their people, however, let them start reaping it, because you cannot be working harder. Monkey, they work, babu, they chop. It's not possible. But that is what is applicable in northern Nigeria. With this kind of politics played by Tinubu and co., some northern youths are coming to realize that the biggest problem they have are their leaders in northern Nigeria. They have come to realize that. The biggest problem they have are greedy northern politicians that have no idea or that have no plan or vision for the people to bring. If you know the money that's been pumped into northern Nigeria, instead, these Fulani people, they still keep on creating terrorism through mosques, radical. See, you have institutions in North that radicalize people to terrorize the country. If not that we have a partial system, there are some imams, some religious leaders in northern Nigeria that have said so many things that they need to be arrested and charged for treason or terrorism. These are imams that are in mosque every time, preaching message. Look at how young lads in northern Nigeria are exhibiting characteristics of terrorism, of violence, using religious jihad. They want to stone you or do this thing because you are not Islam or you are not part of their religion. These are mosques. So these politicians, they support institutions that radicalize the young people. I've said this before. Education in Nigeria is for slavery. Education. You see some of these top schools, Turkish, American, international school, these Whitehall College and everything, their curriculum of education is different. Look at those young lads. See, if I'm going to send my son or daughter to any school in Nigeria, I will just check those schools that produce best candidates in WAEC and JAM. I'm giving you updates now. So if you want to send your child to school, you need to spend, because the first 7 years of your child is very important. If you cannot, those are formative years. If you cannot be able to influence, like, you are able to give that child the understanding of life during that first 7 years, 8, 9, 10, they might be rebellious. And if there's no foundation that you have built for them, moral foundation, my child, if you are 6 or 7 years, let me not say this is so the northern politicians, their children they go for scholarship, use the state government resources. They take their children abroad. Look at Kogi State. Use the destiny of almost, as reported, almost use the destiny of the whole state to pay school fees. And some of the people in that state, they were supporting the MAGA. They were supporting the guy. Some Kogi people were supporting Yabelo. They'll tell you, is he the only one? Is he the only one? I'm the first person. And I know that education in Nigeria is dead. Even those ones that are doing well in JAM and everything, they need to go through school of thinking, critical thinking. It's not just 1 + 1, 2. If you're an Indian is solving mathematics, and an American or a Japanese or a Chinese person is solving mathematics, they solve mathematics, they get the same answer, but in different ways. How did they come at arriving with different formula? Because some people were thinking out of the box. Some people were thinking out of the box. So if I'm solving maths with this formula, we don't have to just be solving maths with just one formula. Go to Nigerian schools now. Some students are requesting for their result sheets, and some other person, this jam they wrote. Some students are saying this course does not belong to me. I know my performance last jam. Some people are just trading. If they give you a result sheet, you will face the consequences. Somebody is trying to think out of the box and say, let me look at my result sheet. You are threatening the person with consequences. See mentality of people. That's why you people cannot, there's nothing you can invent. You are just follow. If they invent, you follow. You cannot think out of the box. So that's what politicians in northern Nigeria have turned their people to. So that census, we must have that census. We will now know how many people voted for northern Nigeria. If you are lying to us, my brother, we go delineate all those local government. We will reduce this. People are collecting. Some people just go to secretariat and collect money at the end of the month. They will not show up at work. No productivity, no nothing. Only very few people. I want to say a big thank you to some of these teachers. Some of these people that are still teaching our students, building our students, their morals. There are still people that are there. But you see, the other time we used to do an essay on a politician and a teacher who is supposed to earn more. But there are people there. So whatever Tinubu is doing, I know some people are happy. Me, I'm happy that the North against South, the battle is being won. If a heavyweight like Jonathan and his wife, if his wife is, you know, when Jonathan was president, he didn't speak much now. The wife was the spokesperson of the family. So if the wife of Jonathan has said that she will campaign with the wife of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that means Otilo, my brother, don't go. There's nothing else we are going to do except these people that are running together for coalition. They can be able to gather the people, gather the people together, and 2027 will be the people against politicians. Let's see whether the people still have the power to determine their future. Let's see whether they still have the power to be able to choose their leaders and defend it. You see, knowledge is not power. It's the application of knowledge that is power. When you tell some students, knowledge is not power, they'll argue with you because they don't think out of the box. There are so many people that are knowledgeable, that have PhD, they are poor because they don't take the right action. The right action brings power to you. The right action, taking action,